Okay, hopefully this is working. Looks like it is, but that gameplay footage is not very large. This is, of course, a test stream for Project Cars 2. I'm just going to try and fix up that window capture right now. Bear with me here. Wrong scene. Okay. Back into the game. Nope. I think it's because it's running at a lower resolution than what my stream is set up for. Let's see. Where is the resolution? There we go. Please restart game to view changes. Okay, let us restart the game then. As I have OBS and everything else go everywhere. And let's try that again. Launch Project Cars 2. Hopefully that'll push my OBS and chat windows over to my right monitor. It did not. Wonderful. One more moment. Okay. Now if I return to the game. Hey, look at that. Oh no. It's rearranging windows again. And we're good. At last. It only took me about 14 years to get that working. So I couldn't get the VR chat overlay working, so I figured I may as well do some racing without it and continue on with my Formula Rookie that I started offline just to have some fun. Gonna go full race length and everything here. Got practice and qualifying and everything on. I've got my steering wheel in front of me and my pedals. Let's hope that this is all gonna work just fine. Shifter's working. And I hope when I get out of the pits, I'll actually have control of the vehicle. Looks like it. Yep, it's all working. Excellent news. I haven't raced on this track for a bit, so it's going to take me a little bit to remember the layout, but that's what practice is always for. It's all coming haunting back now. Yep. And we'll start with a spin. We'll start with not giving way to that. It's been so long since I played this game. Feels like a week or more. Ah, that's right. I remember this track now. It's going to take me a while to remember how to drive this car as well. Let's try not to go completely flat out all at once. This track is mega challenging. At least I found it that way the first time. It's a completely different experience outside of VR, this game. And I would say it is completely superior inside of VR. Hey, General Discharge, welcome. Doing something a little bit different today. Like not changing into the right gear. Gotta get up these hills. Hey, Maui. Find ourselves in practice for a Formula Rookie Grand Prix. And there I go, spinning around the corner. Let these guys through before I get back onto the track. Let's see if I can do a lap without spinning out or going off the track. Oh, that corner's a nightmare. Well, I've only got to take 17 seconds off my lap time to get into first. There we go. That was a much better racing line. Too late there. Way too late. Get through the chicane without going off the track? Almost. Almost and mostly, but not entirely. Okay, so I still got to shave 6 seconds off my lap time. So far, I'm not succeeding at that. Wasn't too bad. Again, screwed that corner. Screwed it way worse that time. Got half an hour worth of practice. Well, 22 minutes left of practice left before qualifying starts. And that was a terrible way of taking that last chicane as well. I felt like a more appropriate speed. Just went too wide. Okay, brakes. Hey, that was a lot more productive and not going off track like. So that knocked about half a second off my previous lap. 2 seconds ahead of my previous lap. And I'm pretty sure I've still got time I can make up in this chicane. Oh, don't screw it up. Oh, damn it. Well, is this still going to count as a valid lap, or am I going to get penalized for going off track really badly? If it counts as a valid lap, that's pretty rubbish. There's no way that was a valid lap. Well, it did. Hey, Elephantium. I didn't get it working with the chat overlay in VR, so I'm playing in flat screen instead. Not doing very well this lap. Probably make up some time on this corner that I keep screwing up. Nope, went in way too aggressive. Haven't even really let the tires warm up yet. So downshift into third seems to work well for that chicane. Okay, so I've nailed that chicane now. So now I've done every part of the track successfully at least once. I just have to bring it all together, which is easier said than done. What was I saying about that? Slightly off track there. I think I was still within track limits just, so it's okay. And I'm driving this in manual mode as well, so you can probably hear the shifter crank every time I change gears. This is a 4-speed racing car. Ah, crap. Ah, I stuffed that corner again. Yeah, in VR you can sort of look in every direction around you, which is really useful because you can look through corners. So this corner here, for example, it's really nice to actually be looking through towards the apex and the exit instead of having this static sort of view. So you can judge your distance to the curves a lot easier. And it's a lot better when you're trying to overtake something as well. Not that I'm doing any overtaking anytime soon with the sort of lap times that I'm posting. But that's why I've got about another 17 minutes of practice before qualifying begins. That was a pretty well done corner. No, I'm just playing against the AI. And just as I glance at the chat, which is sort of in my eye line towards the monitor, I managed to go off track. I have played a bit of Gran Turismo 7 against humans, and that has not been terrible. It's not that turn, it's this turn here, the one that screws me up. Because it's essentially a right angle. And then the follow-up turn is a lot gentler. He is sabotaging the race. If it was against humans, I'd be completely screwed. This is why you don't text and drive, kids. It's a bit rough there. Alright, let's see if we can... Oh, current and next lap time's invalidated, so that was out of track limits. So we'll see what we can do to this person in front of us. Oh, that's pushing it to the limit. The steering wheel's protesting so much there. Well, it's not going so badly this lap, even though the time isn't going to actually... what was I saying about this lap not going badly? Oh no, we still got it. I managed to save it. Brakes, don't lock up the rear tyres. I did, I lost probably too much speed on that corner. Stick it second for that corner. Now we're going to go like a maniac. I think I'll be starting this race in last position, most likely. Oh, I got that chicane done so well. That puts me at 1 minute 32-ish. Still technically slowest, because that lap didn't count. Hopefully I can make this one count. I must not screw up this corner. Awesome. Throw that corner unscathed. I just need to link in the chicane. And that should qualify me, not in last spot so far. But this section I feel like I'm going a bit slower. So lift. Oh yes. Got it. Fantastic. So where's that going to put me? It's 1 minute 31. That puts me into 6th. Let's see if we can shave some more time off. Definitely shave time off that right angle corner that keeps screwing me. Yes, every track in Project Cars 2, as I understand, is a real track. This one is a Japanese track. Well, I'm doing quite well on this lap because I've closed that gap to the car in front. Just need to pick a better braking zone here. Yeah, that was not a bad braking zone. Oh, a little bit too much of the runoff used there. They're threatening me with a penalty for that little maneuver. Think I'm safe. Oh, drat. I put myself into neutral instead of into third, and invalidated that lap and the next one. Oh well. This is like a hardcore sort of race sim in terms of its unforgiving nature. So the best thing I can do here, given that I've got the penalty for this lap, is just to try and push the angles as much as I can, and then something like that might happen. That was a good little sector there. I gained a lot of pace. I seem to be gaining a lot more pace against this guy. I'm going to stay behind him so I can slipstream him on my next lap. If I don't spin there... Now he's going to be getting the draft from the front. Yeah, in the longer race formats, you've got pitting, tyre wear. So bottom right-hand corner near the speedometer is the active tyre pressure and the temperature of the tyre, all that sort of thing. You've got damage built in as well for harder difficulty settings, but I'm still a noob, so I'm still very much learning this particular game and its physics. Every single car in this game handles very, very distinctly. So I'm playing through the career mode at the moment, and this is one of the first career option cars that you get. And it's just a really fun car to drive. It can be difficult to tame. It's got a bit of slippery, slidey stuff happening in the corners. This is a great lap. I'm doing half a second better than previous laps. Managed to hold on to it in that corner. Oh no, not that corner though. Did not hang on to it in that corner. Oh well. I've probably got another 6 or 5 laps to try and improve my time. I do like this section of the track, but oh god, is it unforgiving. Oh, it's going to invalidate my laps, isn't it? We'll see. At least I've got same straight line speed. Get out of my way! He's going to try and shut the door. No, I managed to shut the door. Wonderful. The AI in this actually plays pretty realistically. It feels like I'm racing humans. Unlike the AI in something like Gran Turismo, where it's just terrible and follows its racing line, even if you happen to be in its racing line. There we go, nailed that corner. Stay on the track, beautiful. Am I going to beat my previous lap time? Possibly, just... Nope, not quite. Like 0.6 of a second. No. 0.8 of a second. That's way too wide. Let's try and get back onto the track. Oh, hello. See ya. I would have seen that a lot earlier in VR. I managed to keep a decent line, even though I screwed that up so badly. What's going to be really amusing is if I somehow manage to post my best lap time, having gone so wide at that first corner. Nope, that's not happening. Off into the grass and the gravel. Oh yeah, brakes. Oh, I hit the brakes so late for that corner. That was a terrible angle. Ah, but it worked. It's actually faster than my previous laps. That green in the middle of the screen is the delta lap to lap. So even though I'm 4 seconds behind, I'm doing this particular segment of the track at a faster rate. Oh, hold. Rats. Okay. I'm not going to have enough speed to hit that first corner properly this time. Oh, yes I am. I'm right on it. Awesome. Yeah, the difficulty level is very unforgiving, particularly with a wheel. It's extraordinarily realistic. I used to always think that racing games were just really gimmicky, and then the price of fuel went up, and then I decided to get a steering wheel. And amusingly, I've done about half as many kilometers in various racing games as I have in my actual car. So that's fun. That's a fun fact. One done pretty nicely. Alright, I have to not screw up this last corner. Yes, I've been on a racetrack in real life in a rented supercar. It's very, very different in actual real life. What's my time going to be here? 1 second behind my best lap, so 1:32. Alright, this is the lap I've got to do it. Brakes. Alright. Gaining time here. I think I'm just going to stay in third. Going up through here instead of wasting time going up into fourth gear. Seems to be working. I've knocked almost half a second off this lap. Stay on the road. Beautiful. I need to absolutely nail this corner. That wasn't quite completely nailed, but that's pretty good. Oh, too wide, too wide. Dang it. Alright, I've got one more lap in me. Thanks, Maui. I'll probably not be doing this in 3 or 4 hours. I plan to do the qualifying and then the race proper for this particular stream. Yeah, the Monte Carlo track is in this game. There's no F1 cars in this game, but there are Indy cars, which are close enough when you're talking about a track like Monaco, at least. I went to the Monaco track when I went to Europe as well. Went around it in a tour bus, and that was really good fun. Like, you really appreciate how challenging that circuit is, having gone on it in real life. Yeah, I think this lap is not going to be very good either. So I think I've got one more lap left. I think I can get over the finish line before the qualifying, the practice session ends. So let's try our very best to get over the line and see if we can push it to the absolute limits for qualifying. 31 seconds, 20. Yeah, I should be able to get one more lap in. Third. Alrighty, here we go. Last hot lap. I think I'm going to cross the line just 8 seconds left in the session is when I cross the line. Alright, last practice lap. Let's make it count. I took a pretty good line through that corner. But here... Oh, he went off track a bit. Oh, no. Oh, dang it. Rammed him off. He was in my way. I took no damage. Good fun. Oh, that was a big slide. Managed to save it, though. Nah, I'm, oh yeah, for this lap, but I'm still 7.72 seconds off the fastest overall lap. Oh no, dang it. Nah. That lap's a write-off now. So, 6th fastest in practice, which is not too bad, considering I've been reading the chat and whatnot. But time to go off onto qualifying, which you only get one go at. 15 minutes. I just got to make sure that I warm up the tyres on the way out. That's right. I was still in 4th gear. I was wondering why I wasn't accelerating. You can see the tyres have gone blue now, so they're nice and cold. So I better warm them up. Don't want to go off in qualifying, so I'd rather set slow and steadily increasing lap times than go on the limit the whole time. That wasn't a bad braking point for that corner, but it's with cold tyres. Oh no. Oh, that's somewhere I haven't gone off the track before. Fun and games, learning experiences. Let's lift, get that good line. Alright. Here we go. First actual qualifying lap. Probably took that a little bit safer than I could have. Tires are still warming up, so I don't want to push mega hard. That was a nice... that's a nice racing line this lap. Very nice racing line this lap. Used all of those curbs. Got a little shunt from the car behind me there. Alright. Threaded that lap together pretty nicely. What's this going to be? 131. Not bad. Oh, dang it. At least this runoff is not gravel to slow me down. Only lost a second there so far. Tires are warming up, so that's very nice. Is that rain? It's starting to rain. I don't want it to rain. You know, I guess I better start pushing as hard as I can. Into the corner that I always screw up on. So I'm holding 11 so far. Yep, it's going to rain during the qualifying session. Wonderful. I think it's going to be into the pits. Try and change tyres. It automatically changes to the suitable compounds, so I'm going to wait for it to start raining some more. As silly as that sounds, before I jump on in. Well, I took that one really well, that last section of track. locked up the tires there. When you hear the tires squeal in this game, you know you've certainly locked them up. You can feel it through the steering wheel as well. Come on, out my way. No. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That was not good at all. Great little incident there. Some fun little action. Yeah, it's going to be into the pits. This next opportunity. See if we can get some more suitable tires, because otherwise I'm just going to be sliding around all day. Yeah, even the tire screech sounds different on the wet track. There was a bit of aquaplaning going on there. And the... oh, get out of the way. The uphill parts of the track stage drier than the downhill parts. So the physics is super realistic. Scary realistic. We're going to take this nice and slow so we can get into the pits. New tires, please. Looks like I'm not the only one with that option. Yeah, you can absolutely trash the car in if I turn on like full damage. You can absolutely ruin the car. Like broken axles and all. I don't have that part turned on. Yeah. Come on. Out of the pit lane, please. What the hell is this? There we go. I didn't have manual control there. Yeah, that would have ended both races in reality. Alright, let's see whether or not these tires can get me something slightly smoother, slightly more grippy. Feels more grippy in the wheel. But I don't think I'll be setting a faster time. Try and get some warmth into this. Whoa, that was not nice, that big puddle. Steering wheel did a big jerk to one side. Come on, round the corner. Much lower speeds here. Still hearing that aquaplaning on braking into that corner. One is pretty rough. Okay. Let's get through this chicane unscathed. Beautiful. Alright. That was a really slow lap. But it was an out lap. That was a ludicrously slow lap, actually. This one's looking pretty slow too. Is that going to count as track limits, or am I okay? Apparently I'm okay going that far off. Doesn't really matter because I'm 2 seconds off my best pace. Now like 3 seconds off my best pace. And these tires are garbage. But I guess it's the best you can do in the wet. Didn't aquaplane that corner. Didn't go full mental on the brakes. Just gently squeeze them in. Well, if there's any sign of the car that's in front of me, I seem to be handling the wet conditions better than the other vehicles. Because while I'm going slower than before, I'm going through pretty safely. Oh, I spoke too soon. Yeah, I'm 2.5 seconds off the qualifying pace, so it looks like I'll be starting from the rear for this race. Unless I can pull something absolutely magical out of my hat in the next 2 laps. My last lap was 1:52. It's 20 seconds. No, 30 seconds worse. Yeah, get out of the way. This is not going to be my greatest lap of all time. Drive like a maniac in these last bits of qualifying. I've got nothing to lose. This lap already feels done and dusted. 3 seconds slower. Oh, there's a bit of spin. Lift off the throttle through that big puddle. Yeah, I think I'll be starting from last position for this race. That's a fun little puddle. Makes that corner a little bit more hairy. Not the way I wanted to go. You know what? I'm just going to go into the pits and end this session. We'll see what the race itself is going to bring us. Because I can return to pit box, then skip to the end of that session. And let's just jump straight into the race. Looks like it's raining. Yeah. Let's change the tires. Why won't you let me change the tires? I have to use the slicks. Okay. But that's not going to be fun. That's not going to be fun at all. It's going straight over. Oh no, there we go. Wets. Okay, so I wasn't even on wets before. Let down the rear tires ever so slightly to get a bit more grip. Okay. Save. We'll call it the wet layout. And we'll see whether or not changing to wets gets me a better result here. Now, got to make sure I'm in neutral for this. I'm starting from the back. It's an 8-lap race. Plenty of time to make moves. I see that they're all on wets. Well, gained 3 positions by turn 2. I get the feeling I'm going to be losing some positions. I think it's turn 8 or 9, that's the one that's brutal for me. Oh, someone's gone off. They are very slow going around. Seems like their race pace is far lower than their quali pace. Oh, no one went off in that corner. I think that's the only way I'm going to succeed through that part of this track. Is having people screw up while I just play it. So super safe. It's a 3-second gap to first at the moment. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Almost lost the back end there. I don't have enough straight line speed there because I didn't come into the corner perfectly. Don't lose it completely. Ah, it was an okay recovery. At least I didn't lose my position. But that gap in front of me is getting bigger. It's always easy to do an amazing lap delta on your second lap. You started from a grid in the first lap. That's not good for me. There, I did lose my position. And that was pretty sloppy. I was coming off the track where I hadn't previously come off the track before. Sure what my strategy was going that wide, but I could feel the traction starting to break. Let's do that one a lot better this time. Perfect. Oi! Rammed from behind there on that lap. Needed a bit of second gear to get up that hill quicker. Oh no. Oh, I felt like I was going to go off there. Tires have warmed up. Now we can try and see if we can get around this guy. I think we can. I'm gonna try and do it on the straight, not through the chicane. Oh no. Tire in the grass. Get him on the inside? Not quite. Maybe here. Oh, don't. Got the line. Awesome. Got him into 6th. So anytime I'm doing less than 117, I should be in 2nd gear. I've been lounging about in 3rd gear a lot of the time when I should be dropping down into 2nd. Bit slippery on the exit there. Was pretty smoothish. Don't think I'm gaining time, but that's the halfway point of the race proper. What did I say about dicking around in 3rd gear when I should be in 2nd? Did exactly the same thing right there. It's a scary patch of water. Lost it. Hit the water too hard. Whoa. Whoa. Wait. Leave. I don't know if you guys saw that cargo flying, but I certainly saw that cargo flying, and now I'm over in 11th. Such is life. That would have been a race over in real life. Let's see what I can regain. Gotta remind myself, fast is smooth. Can't be a maniac and take crazy risks. I am indeed crashing cars, Kyrkis. I think you just missed an epic crash where I lost it on the corner and someone quite literally flipped over the back of my car. It's not helping that this track is rainy. I started in last place, and I am now back in last place. So if I can finish better than last place with, I think, 2 and a bit laps to go in this race, I think I'll be alright. I can always restart and cheat. By cheat, you know, restarting is cheating. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to upload that dashcam footage into a Hive post. That person who came up alongside of me like a complete idiot. Alright, let's go around. I've got a, what, 13-second gap to the car in front. I don't think I can get rid of that in 2 laps. Not in the ever-increasing rain. So nice. Oh, that was a bit unsteady. Well, I've gone down to a 12-second gap between me and the other car. So perhaps I can do something on this lap. The braking very late there. Taking a drink while driving? I'll have to wait until the end of the race. I don't have a helmet drink system. I think it was this part there, that little part turns the car into a freaking Beyblade. Damn. Well, it's now a 14-second gap to the car in front. Oh, aquaplaned. And into the muck. Ugh. Oh, those tires, those poor tires. They're gonna be so full of shmoo. I'm 21 seconds gap to the car in front. I've well and truly screwed myself this lap. Yep. It has really crazy tire simulation, this game. Tire pressures, tire temperatures, tire wear. If one of your tires goes into some bad part of the track, then it's only that tire that loses traction. The rest keep trying to push, and then you spin. Just like in real life. I'm just going to do a... Look at me, I'm doing a sort of a victory lap. Except the victory is I finished in 12th position. Stay away from the right side of that track with a massive puddle right there. Side of the crime. Oh god, only to run off into a different puddle. That made me slip out. Well, I don't know about that. Find myself in the wall almost. Stop just before it.
You streaming?
Oh, hello. Yes, I am streaming. I didn't realize what the time was. My wife just got home from her work.
Hi, peoples.
She says hello to peoples. That's how immersed I've been. Didn't even realize someone had come into my home. I know, they're welcome in my home. They sort of live here. Well, I'm actually making quite good time on this part of the track now. For this last lap, 40 seconds slower than everyone else. And that... Oh, I thought I was going to go off into that bumpy runoff area there. That did okay. But for the next little activity I want to do, other than, crying at how bad this race went, is to go do a custom race. And I'm going to go and do a Monaco. So where does that put me? I'm still third in the championship. So that's not terrible, being third in the championship after 2 races. I did finish the first race in first, but it was in the dry. So, quick race. So we have lots of tracks, and the last time I was playing, I was looking forward to the most recent F1 race, which was, of course, around Spa. So I did that, but they do have the Monaco track. I believe they've called it Azure Circuit. Yep. Now the question is, the Indy cars I'm going to just absolutely get destroyed in. So I'm going to go for something... Actually, I'm just going to see if I can take those Formula Rookie cars around Monaco. Because I feel like they would be very slippery slidey. Just got to find the cars. So those are the things. Where are they? What are they under? Are they Renaults? Nope. Here we go. Formula Rookie. Although I think that's an F1 car. Or at least very equivalent F1 car. Of a former era. But let's go with that. And see what we can do on this track. World record with this car is 1 minute 41. This track. No worries, Kirkis. Thanks for dropping in. Oh, look at that. So sunny. Should we embarrass myself around this track? Although I played this track so very much when it was in Gran Turismo 3 back on the PS2. It's one of my favorite things to do. Oh, a bit close to the wall there. Oh, these cars are really well suited to this circuit. Here comes the nightmarish hairpin all the way down into first gear there. Oh, I almost did a Charles Leclerc there into the wall. This hairpin is going to be genuinely terrifying. Or I could just not take the hairpin. Oh, what? We have 32 cars on this track. This is going to be an absolute nightmare on the actual race. Oh, crap. It's going to be a nightmare to get around here. Hello. It's not even a 3-point turn, it's like a 400-point turn. Alright. Back into it. Invalidated this lap and the next lap. Well, you don't really blame me, there was significant contact made. I too love this track, but oh boy, is it so unforgiving. Oh, I've invalidated my subsequent lap now as well. So I've got like 2 laps of penalties. Looks like I'll be starting from the back in this free race as well. Oh, what is this line I'm taking through there? It's terrible. I forgot that that was the first hairpin. But there was a little bit more give. So I've ruined the car a total of what, 4 times in the course of 2.5 laps here. Around and around and around we go. And around and into second. At least I took the chicane that time. Chicane. Oh, it's so bad. Around and around and around we go. Alright. Lap time invalidated. Went into the wall. So unforgiving, this game. Right, we're gonna go around here, then almost immediately start braking. First of the hairpins. Yeah. It's a really, really challenging, incredible track. That was right on the limit of speed for that corner, I think. At least in this car. That was... We saw that happen earlier this year. IRL. That particular spot. Come on. Reverse. There we go. Where's my steering wheel going? Such a challenging track. I think my favorite track is probably Spa, though. I really enjoyed watching the F1 race this last weekend gone. But I think the top 3, actually probably top 3 tracks for me are probably this, Spa. I really like Monza as well. And Laguna Seca in the US is an incredible track. Crazy, crazy track, but an incredible track. I don't think I'm going to be able to get around here with a proper lap, so I'm going to make it even more difficult for myself. And exit that. And go on to something even more powerful. But I'm going to switch on over to where we just were in F1. I love this track. I feel like I'm going to not do very well here. I don't think I've driven this car in this game. Alright. Let's see what it's like. This is an old school, yeah, this is an old school car. It's got KERS. Super duper old school. I want to make sure I'm in the right gear. I.e. neutral, because I'm going to be using the paddles for this car. those sounds.
Steady on the outlap until you get some temp in those tires and brakes.
Steady on the outlap as soon as I put my foot in it. Spin. Oh, such a revvy car. Oh yes, this is the sound of the F1 cars that I grew up with. Little bumblebees. Let's see what they're like to actually drive. Feels horrific. I love how that little antenna's wiggling, just as it probably would be in reality. Oh yeah, I should probably start braking. Oh, that's really stable under braking, and I've completely overshot that. Gone over the little bump. Ugh. And another spin. Oh, these are... This car sounds amazing, but it is so difficult to keep in a straight line. Almost kept it on the track. I just need to be so gentle on the throttle, because if I stick my foot all the way down, as soon as it hits the rev limiter, it's gone. It's spinning. Oh, jeez. Now, this should be flat out here. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I did manage it flat out. And
Clean and fast, no mistakes. Let's take the pole.
this is going to be a struggle. I think I did that okay. That wasn't the best line through that hairpin in the world. Let's see how we do through Eau Rouge. I lifted the throttle there. I had no guts to keep it planted. Okay, I think I got the hang of it. Holy crap, that car behind me was going so quick. Oh, that's a lot sharper than I remember it. Oh, I think I've sort of gotten the zone in this car. It's not the fastest that I could probably go, but it's probably the smoothest that I could go. At least I'm keeping it between the yellow lines. Oh, I said that way too soon, didn't I? Oh, jeez. Oh, hello there. Hello there on the inside. It's Dodgem cars. Ugh. It's gonna say not bad for like 2 laps of ever driving this car, but no, really bad. Alright, I'm gonna keep it planted all the way through this corner, see what happens. Oh, it feels like it doesn't want to turn enough. Oh, no, that was alright. That's possibly the worst line through that ever. That's better. That was much better. Time to keep it planted. Oh, that didn't go too well. No worries, Elephantium. Thank you for coming along. Probably going to do a few more laps here, then I'm going to go grab something to eat. So close to getting it done properly. But it was not done properly, said the omniscient narrator, i.e. me. Yeah, I think I'm going to give up at that point. I'll do one more lap. Oh, that was terrible. No, I'm not going to do one more lap. I'm going to call it there. That is sim racing very badly indeed. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Cheers.